Hello guys, my name is Simon Peter. We are back again. Currently, we are at the Magical Kenya Tourism Expo 2024 at Uhuru Gardens. Today, we are focusing on key mice suppliers in the country. What gaps are there to fill? What solution are they provided in the world of business events? Today, I'm joined by Dashini Haria from rescue.co. So I want her to introduce herself and talk to us about rescue.co, what they do, gaps they're filling in the mice sector in Kenya. Hi.
Hi, how are you, Simon? Great, thank you for having me. As I said, my name is Dashni Haria, and I'm the commercial director at Rescue.co. So, what Rescue.co does, we started in 2016 providing emergency response across Kenya. We are the leading emergency response network across the country and actually now across the region, so East Africa as well. We service people and individuals basically on emergency response. We provide them with a cover that allows them to contact us whenever they may be experiencing an emergency. So in Western countries, there is usually like a 911 or a 999, right? Where they can call if they're ever in a medical emergency and they will get access to help immediately, right? In Kenya, unfortunately, that doesn't really exist or hadn't existed until rescue came in. Really. Yes, exactly. Yes. So, I mean, I don't know if you've ever tried calling 999 or 911.
Not really. I've never tried it before.
Okay.
But now, since you said that,
Yeah.
it's getting interesting.
Yeah. Yes, and it's quite worrying, right? Because travelers, even business travelers into this country, may not realize that actually when you come into Kenya, there isn't a 911 or a 999 that you can quickly and easily call for free that will give you an emergency response, right? Great question. I mean, so what we've done is we have created that. Okay, we have created that 911 system. So we have gathered, there are many ambulances that exist in Kenya. There are many aircraft providers that exist in Kenya that can provide that emergency response. So what Rescue has done is we have aggregated them and we've put them onto one platform, one network, so that there is just one number as you as an individual can call to get access to all of these providers. So depending on your emergency, we will then figure out your location. Based on your location, we will figure out what is the best response, what is the response that you need right now. If it's an ambulance, what type of ambulance? Is it a basic life support ambulance or is it an advanced life support ambulance? If it is an ambulance, again, what type of equipment? Because different conditions require different equipment. For example, if you have an allergic reaction or if you're undergoing some sort of cardiac emergency, then you need the right equipment to be able to treat that particular condition. And not every ambulance has all the equipment to treat everything. So it's really important to figure out what is the right response, right? And we do that for you. So you don't have to call 10 different ambulance companies to find the right one. Instead, you just call us and we will find you the right response.
It's like a one-stop shop. So it's
Exactly.
like a platform. So once
Exactly.
the dial is now going to get access. And what's actually so interesting
Yes.
that you mentioned is that if I call, so you have a wide array of suppliers depending on my preference, and you guys have the database just plug and play. So
Exactly. Exactly. So we know which response to send you. And that's not just limited to ambulances, but we can also do air evacuation. So let's say you have come here for a conference as part of, business, right? And usually after most of the conferences that occur in this country, people will go and see parts of Kenya. And that means conservancies, game reserves, Amboseli, Samburu, Salvo, and so on. Exactly. And these places are very remote, right? Trying to get vehicles in there is also quite difficult because the roads are not great, right? So you can imagine you send in an ambulance, it might get stuck, it might not be able to go over the bumps. It might take 4 to 5 hours for me to actually get you an ambulance that can respond, right? Instead, it would be much faster for me to send you an aircraft, right? And the type of aircraft is also important because let's say you are not near an airstrip. What happens then? Am I going to tell you drive to an airstrip? No. Not if you're in a critical condition. I can't do that, right? So I will then send you a helicopter to pick you up from where you are. And what if that means that I need to send you a helicopter to pick you up, take you to an airstrip, send an aircraft to pick you up from there, bring you to Nairobi, send an ambulance to pick you up from the airport, take you to the hospital? I will coordinate all of that. That's what we do as
just
rescue.
need to get something correctly.
Yes.
So I'm in a far-flung area,
Yes.
so no network.
Yes.
So what are some of the communication channels? You need the USSD, really need to have data or
Yes, at the moment, the two communication channels that you can reach us on are by phone. So you can either call us or you can WhatsApp us, right? So either one is possible depending on what you have.
nice.
Yeah.
So what is the response time?
Our response time depends on what kind of response. So if it's an ambulance, our average response time at the moment is 15 minutes within urban centers. Now that's as fast as Western countries, which is unheard of in Africa, right? So 15 minutes in urban centers, 25 minutes in more sort of rural areas, right? With air evacuation, our response time is actually under 1 hour from call to takeoff, right? And that is one of the fastest responses you will see in this country. There is no one else that will respond as quickly. Yeah.
Actually, quite interesting.
Yeah.
So, going to do the bank to
Not at all. It's actually extremely affordable. So if you were subscribing, for example, to our ambulance response on an annual basis because you live in Kenya, it's 4,000 shillings
That is
per year.
4,000 shillings.
4,000 shillings per year.
Oh wow.
Correct. Yeah. Air evacuation is an add-on, right? So you can add it on if you're buying it for the year because you live in this country, then it's about 7,000 shillings on top, right? However, if you are a business traveler coming into this country because you are attending a conference or an event, we have this product here called Safe Travels, right? Safe Travels has been designed specifically with travelers in mind, people coming into this country for short periods of time, whether it's for conferences, whether it's for business, whether it's for leisure, right? And that costs, if you are only going to be in Kenya, just $25 for a 30-day period. $25, and you are covered for any type of emergency evacuation by ground or by air with no additional cost, no insurance pre-authorization required, no delays in the service. Yeah.
That's interesting. So, two key takeaways. So, the problem that you guys are solving is clearly the logistic aspect.
Yes, exactly. We are not an insurance product. We are an emergency response cover. So you call us, we coordinate your response. Because in as much as you might have travel insurance is a great thing to have, right? Because it helps you with your hospital bills when you get to the hospital. The problem is if you're in the middle of nowhere, how are you getting from there to the hospital? Who's doing that?
So, you guys are the link between the
Emergency?
emergency and the hospital.
Correct.
Oh, nice. That's quite interesting. So, if you say that it's a 4,000 per year, so does it have a limit? So, like evacuation, you have like 3 evacuations. If you exhaust, you top up.
No,
Unlimited.
unlimited.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, the problem you guys are solving is the time or the distance between you and the hospital.
Correct. It's the
Wherever you
time.
are.
It's the time because statistically, there in an emergency there is something called the golden hour, right? The golden hour is the first hour after an emergency, and it is super important for you to get help
Oh, nice.
in that 1 hour. Now that doesn't mean you have to be at the hospital necessarily in an hour, but the thing is, at least if there is an ambulance there, even an air ambulance, they are already providing you care as you are on the way to the hospital. If you are driving yourself or your friend is driving you, you're going to be in a car. You might be in the way, but nobody is giving you care in that time. Nobody is putting you on oxygen. Nobody is giving you any medication. Nobody is stabilizing you. So that means you're not getting any care, and it's delaying it further and further. Statistically, every minute that you save, right, by getting help quickly, by getting care, you increase your chance of survival by 8%.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So, how is the market response in Kenya? How is the market uptake?
Yeah.
What's the response like?
We cover
What's the
about
adoption rate?
over 2 million people in Kenya already
As you speak.
as we speak.
Oh wow! So there's a huge surge in
Yes.
demand for such services.
Yes. Yes, because people have realized, yes, back in the day, we never used to think about ambulances because they never really were something that was available easily, right? But now people have realized that rescue is here and we are here to help you. We're giving you that peace of mind that no matter who or where you are, you will have access to quality emergency response when you need it. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So where can people visit you? You
Sure.
can share your contact, the website, and
Yeah.
how you can engage you.
Yeah, so if you want to sign up, it's very simple. For an annual cover, just sign up at www.rescue.co. If you want the Safe Travels product, which is designed more for travelers, you can sign up at rescue.co/safe travels, or you can just get in touch with us, Darshni at rescue.co, or memberships at rescue.co, and we can provide you more information if you're looking for like something for your event or for your business.
Thank you very much, Asha.
Yeah.
That's
Great.
what you're doing.
Thank you. All right.